Now, this week we are going to see salt, right? So we are going to see what is salt in detail, all right? And this part, it is the most important one, all right? Very, very important, right? When we talk about the salt, all right? So what is salt? Salt is we can say salt. A salt is an ionic compound formed when the hydrogen ion of an acid is replaced by a metal or ammonium ion. So this is called salt, right? So what is the example? How do I know whether it is salt or not, right? Very easy. So example of the salt. Okay, for example, right? So we know acid, right? Acid is HCl, HCl. So this hydrogen ion is replaced with any metal, then it is called salt. For example, I replace it with Na, right? So NaCl. So NaCl, sodium chloride, it is a salt. Sodium chloride is a salt that you use every day, you eat every day, right? Sodium chloride. So for example, sodium chloride, NaCl, right? So what else? What else? For example, we got other acid, for example, HNO3, right? Nitric acid. So this one I am going to replace with other metal. For example, that's how it. Right? For example, I am going to replace it with Mg, right? Mg, as long as Mg it is a metal, then this one will be a salt, right? So we can say Mg, NO3, right? So Mg it is 2, you write to here. This one is 2, right? This is 3 here, and then here it is 2. MgNO3, right? This is a salt. So this is a few example of salt. So if I don't want to replace with metal, then I can replace it with, for example, ammonium, right? Ammonium. So example. Okay. So let's say we talk about what's that called? NO4, not NO4, SO4, right? We got an acid right here, acid H2SO4, right? So this is 2 minus, all right? So this hydrogen, I want to replace with NH4, right? NH4, it is plus ammonium. This one is NH4, ammonium ion. So if I replace with ammonium ion, so I will get NH4. This one I am going to get NH4, right? And then I got 2, right? This one 2 right to here. This is 1, I write to here SO4, right? This is a salt. And H4, and then SO4. Right, this is few example of the salt. Right, I hope you know how to differentiate whether it is salt or not. Right, now of course you tell me, Cikgu, I know this one is salt, right? Very easy. But what is not a salt, right? This is a few salt, right? What is not a salt? what, right? For example, something that is not a salt, let's say not salt. I give you one example. Carbon dioxide. This one it is not metal, and then this one is oxygen. No, right? Okay, got metal, Na, sodium oxide, right? Na here, this one too, Na2O. Na2O, it is a salt or not? No. Why this one is metal? Yeah, correct. But this one is not the one that from the acid, right? Is that okay? So Na2O, it is not a salt, right? Is that okay? So now I hope you know how to differentiate them, right? If you know how to differentiate them, so now in SPM, you only need to learn 4 kinds of the salt, right? 4 types of the salt. 4 types of salt that in SPM syllabus, right? So 4 types. So I will name it for you. So I want you to know this, and then I want you to memorize it. Right, first one, right? It is nitrate. It is NO3 minus. Negative, all right? So first one, it is nitrate salt, all right? So now, for example, it is magnesium nitrate, aluminum nitrate, all this, all right? It is a salt. Now, second salt that you need to memorize, it is correct salt, which is Cl minus, right? Sodium chloride, right? Sodium chloride, magnesium chloride, calcium chloride. This is lead chloride. This is another salt that you need to memorize. Third salt that is the sulfate. Sulfate. So SO4, 2 minus. Right? Sulfate. Right? Sulfate salt. All right. Magnesium sulfate, aluminum sulfate, sodium sulfate, whatever, tin sulfate, all this. Right? It is a salt. Right? And then last one, it is carbonate salt. Carbonate salt, right? CO3, 2 minus. With these 4, all right, so you can memorize, all right? You have to memorize nitrate salt, right? Chloride salt, sulfate salt, and carbonate salt, right? So these 4 is the only thing that will ask in SPM, right? And you are going to memorize it. Now, here, salt can divide into 2 types. If you know that it's 4 types of salt, all right, salt can be divided into 2 types. One type can be dissolved in water, right? The other one cannot be dissolved in water, right? So can dissolve in water, we call it as soluble salt, right? Right? Soluble salt means it can dissolve. Can be dissolved in water at room temperature, right? Soluble salt can dissolve in water in room temperature. What if it is not a soluble salt, right? So not soluble salt, we call it as insoluble salt. Insoluble salt. What is insoluble salt? Insoluble salt, of course, cannot dissolve in water at room temperature. Okay. Now, it is important for you. Now, I want you to know I want you to memorize, right? Which salt it is soluble, which salt it is not soluble. All right. So I want you to memorize right now. Okay. Now soluble salt. So first of all, we are going to talk about sodium. I don't know whether you learn this one in Form 3 or not. Form 3 we called it as electrochemical series, right? Previous year we also called it as electrochemical series, but or reactivity of the metal. But this year start Form 5, you will learn it in Form 5, whereas you are going to call it as standard potential, right? Electron. We call it E naught. You know what is this? E naught. E naught, standard potential. So now I write it, but if you can, you go and memorize it. If cannot, then leave it. Right? The standard potential electrode, right? So the way that I memorize is Pak Saleh call McDonald to order McDonald. If I put a McDonald here, then McDonald. Pak Saleh call MAC McDonald. McDonald. MAC McDonald. Why he called McDonald? Because he want to order Zinger burger, ice cream, and toy. Right? And toy. And this is low cost meal. Super good price. Right? Pak Saleh called McDonald to order Zinger burger, ice cream, and toy. Low cost meal, super good price. So you divide it to 3 by 3, it is easier for you. Right? Pak Saleh called McDonald, Zinger burger, ice cream, toy, and then low cost meal, super good price. What is this, right? So Pak stands for potassium. Potassium is Na, right? Saleh, Saleh stands for sodium, right? Sodium is potassium is K lah. Sodium is Na lah. Cal is calcium. Right? Potassium, sodium, calcium, and then magnesium, aluminium, carbon. Right? Carbon, it is not metal, so the only one it is not metal here. So zinc, Zn, right? I stands for zinc, iron. Iron is Fe. Iron, tin. Toy is tin. Tin is Sn. Right? Tin is Sn. Law is low cost meal. Law is lead. Lead, Lead. Lead is Tb. Lead, low cost. Cost is copper. Copper stands for Cu. Cu stands for copper. Meal is mercury. Mercury we use the symbol of Hg. And then super good price, right? Silver is argentum, right? Ag. Good is gold. Gold is Au, right? Platinum is Pp, right? Platinum. Right? If can, you go and memorize this one, then it will be helpful for you when you go to Form 5 or you go to higher level, right? You learned this one before when you are in Form 3? Right, this is what we have. You copy it down, right? Now, first of all, I want you to know this field, right? These two, potassium and sodium, it is very, very active. Very, very active. So very active, then it very easy to dissolve in water, right? Potassium, very easy to react. So from here, you know. Now, this one, gold, it is very stable. Platinum, 白金, or silver, it is very stable. Copper, even copper, mercury, it is stable. So it is not so easy to react, right? For example, mercury, silver, it is not so easy to dissolve in water, right? So potassium, yes, very easy to dissolve in water. So you need to know here. So all salt are sodium, potassium, and ammonium salt, right? Dissolve in water. Or dissolve in water, right? I should put in sodium Na plus. And potassium, okay, ammonium, and H4. Sodium, potassium, ammonium. All right. This one you add in ammonium lah. All right. Because of I told you potassium, sodium very active. It must be dissolved in water. So now all of this salt, right? All of this salt, these three salt, must be dissolved in water. All right. Dissolve. Soluble. I call it soluble. Right. Salt soluble in water. Right. Or soluble salt. Right. So meaning that if I got Na sodium chloride, right? Sodium chloride, the salt that you eat every day, you throw it in the water, then you don't need to stir it. I guess you don't need to stir it. You throw it in the water, then it will dissolve, right? So it will hilang. Dissolve means hilang. I don't know. I don't know what is it called in Mandarin. 不是融化，溶解是吗 ？Dissolve, right? Right, soluble. Potassium also, right? Because these two, it is potassium and sodium, right? It will be dissolved in water. You add in one more, ammonium. Ammonium also dissolved in water, right? Now, memorize this one. Go and memorize this one. Okay. Now, something, right? That is like nitrate. When this one is positive, now we talk about negative right now. Right, negative. So nitrate salt, all the nitrate salt is dissolved in water. Right, it's soluble in water. Right, soluble in water. So nitrate, nitrate salt is NO3 minus. Right, soluble in water. Right, or soluble in water. all the nitrate salt are soluble in water. Okay. Now we talk about some of the other salt, like for example, correct salt. Not all correct salt soluble in water. For example, right here, sodium chloride, you know it is soluble, right? Sodium chloride, right? But potassium, when you see sodium, when you see potassium, when you see aluminum, no matter what, it will be soluble. But I want you to memorize correct salt, not all. And some of it, it is not. Right? Correct salt, I should see. 哎呀，我要怎样知道？ I said all soluble, right? Nitrate, all soluble, Now, correct is not all soluble, all right? We said all correct salt. Correct salt, don't all. Correct. So, soluble, right? Except 3, right? I want you to memorize this. All the correct salt soluble in water except 3. So first one is PbCl2, right? PbCl, right? Lead, Pb is stand for lead. Lead, it is not soluble, right? So second one, you got A. Argentum, right? Argentum is silver. Silver, correct. Silver, correct. It is not soluble, right? One more, it is mercury, correct. Not soluble. These 3, it is not soluble. I slightly explain to you why. All right. Now, meaning that potassium correct, soluble. Sodium correct, soluble. Calcium correct, soluble. Aluminum, magnesium, zinc, soluble. All right. Iron correct, soluble in water. Start from tin. All right. Tin, you need to be careful already. Tin, still soluble. So you see, lead, not soluble. Mercury, soluble. Right? Mercury, soluble. Right? Copper, still soluble. Right? But most of the time at the bottom here, it is not soluble. For example, mercury not soluble. Mercury not soluble. Copper soluble. Right? Lead and silver and mercury, these 3, not soluble. Right? So it is under the table there. All right? Not soluble. Right? Why? Because it is not active. Right? It will not so easy to react. Right? It is very stable. Right? So PbCl2, right? Pb is 2 plus, Cl2 is minus, PbCl2. Ag is plus, Cl it is minus. So AgCl and HCl. So another word I want you to memorize, right? All correct salt soluble, right? Except PaH, not soluble. Right? Not soluble. Right? Can you memorize it for now? All correct salt soluble except PaH. Right? PaH, not potassium, lead, right? Silver and mercury. Okay. Okay. So far, okay. So we got all nitrate set salt soluble. Don't care what kind of lead. Don't care what kind of nitrate. Even lead nitrate, right? Silver nitrate, right? Also soluble. Okay. Now we talk about sulfate. Wait, talk about sulfate. SO4, 2 minus. You need to memorize 啊 ，no choice 啊，没有办法的，一定要记。你不记的话，完蛋啊！I draw a box for you, right, so that you can memorize better. 好像不太够位嘞。I want to move it upward a bit. 对了。算的话呢？对啊。Okay. Come back to here. Now, sulfate also not all soluble, right? So we said sulfate also soluble, right? Sulfate. Sulfate soluble, sulfate salt soluble. Except 3, right? Lead sulfate, barium sulfate, and calcium sulfate, right? No choice, memorize. Lead is Pb, PbSO4. I put in the 4 letter, PbSO4, and BaSO4, and then one more, it is CaSO4. Sorry. Okay. Lead, not soluble. Barium, not soluble. And then calcium, it is not soluble. Now you ask me, teacher, where is barium? Barium is not here, all right? Not inside the list. Right? This one is for you to refer only, not 100% help here. 没有100%. Let you understand only. All right. So now memorize it. How? Right? We can say PBC, right? Not soluble. Not soluble. Okay, PBC, not soluble. PBC, lead, not soluble. Barium, not soluble. Barium and calcium, it is not soluble. All right, calcium, barium, and lead. Other all soluble, right? Other all soluble, right? So lastly, it is carbonate. Carbonate salt. NO, 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 CO3, 2 minus. when you see this one, all not soluble, all not soluble. Carbonate, all carbonate salt, all. This one not that hard, right? Why? Because at the front they got already. Except all carbonate is not soluble except three, right? Except the first three, right? The potassium, sodium, and ammonium, right? Except Na2CO3. I put in letter Na2CO3, and then potassium is K2CO3. One more. It is NH4. NH4 bracket 2 bracket. CO3. Na2CO3. Na2CO3, right? Sodium, you see here, all sodium, it is soluble, right? All potassium also soluble. You don't need to worry, right? Because at the front there, you already memorized. So one thing that you need to memorize is carbonate is not soluble. Carbonate is not soluble. Can you understand? This one have to memorize, huh? So you only learn this four, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Right. Nitrate, correct, sulfate, and carbonate. Hey, sorry. You only learn this four, right? That one is cation one, right? Cation. I mean the first one, potassium, sodium, ammonium, right? Okay. Have you copied this one down already? Memorize, huh? Memorize, huh? All potassium, sodium, ammonium, right? No matter what, soluble, right? Nitrate, no need to see, all soluble, right? If sodium nitrate, even more soluble. I don't say that one. Means soluble. Soluble don't have more soluble and less soluble. Soluble, then soluble. Not soluble means not soluble, right? Right. Correct, not all, right? PAH. Correct, PAH, not soluble, right? Sulfate, PBC, not soluble. Carbonate, no need to say, all not soluble, right? If you want the soluble one, you go back, find this one, right? Potassium, sodium, and aluminum. Not aluminum pula. What am I saying? Ammonium. I'm sorry. Ammonium. Now, okay. Any question from here before I give you some thing to try? Some example. Any question from here? Any question from here? Need to memorize, no choice. Need to memorize, huh? Have you copied already? You All right. So for example, right? Example. State the salt is soluble or in water or tell me I simply write A magnesium chloride. B lead you have to put in two lead 2 sulfate. C zinc aluminum carbonate. Lead nitrate. Copper is 2. Copper 2 copper 2 sulfate. Zinc chloride. Potassium carbonate. 我做多一点了。ammonium nitrate. H barium sulfate. Lead 2 chloride. H okay. Enough. Enough. Mercury. HIJK. Mercury 没有讲到。Mercury carbonate. Okay. HIJKL. Mercury chloride. Enough. Last one. Any idea? Calcium. Enough. Like that enough. Now do it. A. Tell me. First one. Soluble or not? So now before we do, right? Probably you need some help, all right? I want you to memorize, correct? P PaH, right? Correct, huh? PaH, and then carbonate, sulfate. I want you to remember BAC. BAC. PVC, sorry, PVC. PVC. Other, I don't think you need, right? Cl, correct, PaH, right? Sulfate, PVC, all right. Now here. Answer me. Magnesium, correct. Magnesium, correct. Soluble or not? Answer. Soluble or not? Magnesium, correct. Soluble or not? Magnesium, correct. Soluble or not? Help me. All correct, soluble, except PaH. All sulfate, soluble, except PVC. Magnesium, correct. Soluble or not? Answer me. Yeah, soluble. Okay. Lead sulfate. Lead sulfate. Lead sulfate. 我不知道有没有 repeat 到的哦。I simply give one. Right. Lead sulfate. Lead sulfate. Soluble or not soluble? Not soluble, huh? Insoluble. Aluminum. Other try. Aluminum. Carbonate. Aluminum. Carbonate. When you see carbonate, not soluble, accept that first three, right? Sodium, potassium, and ammonium, right? So aluminum is not soluble. Right? When you see nitrate, whatever nitrate, you see the nitrate. Soluble or not soluble? Right, soluble, or soluble. Copper sulfate, sulfate not all, so you need to memorize PBC, right? Copper. Copper, this C is copper or not? Huh? Right. This C is not copper. This C is calcium, right? Soluble or not soluble? Copper to sulfate. How? Soluble, right? Zinc, correct. All correct soluble except PaH. Zinc, correct. Soluble. Potassium carbonate. This one hard, right? All carbonate not soluble. But the exception. This one soluble or not soluble? Help me. Carbonate is not soluble. Potassium is soluble. Then how? Soluble, huh? Soluble or not soluble? Other answer me, right? Come on. Later I call your name one by one. Huh? Help me. Soluble or not soluble? Soluble, huh? Okay. Something. Ammonium nitrate. Oh, yo. Ammonium soluble, nitrate also soluble. So, this one no need to say. Barium sulfate. Crystal not answering me. Crystal. Barium sulfate. Crystal. Insoluble. Lead correct. Correct. You need to not all correct. So PAH. How about JC? You see? Lead correct. Lead correct. Lead correct. Lead not soluble, right? You have to see correct, which is PAH. This P stand for P is PB. PB is lead, right? PB is lead, PB, PB is lead, PB is lead, all right. Hey, sorry. yeah. I'm sorry. All right. PB is lead, PB is lead. Lead correct is not soluble. Okay, good, very good. And not soluble. Mercury carbonate. Soluble. Carbonate. Carbonate. Mercury not so good. And then still carbonate again. Mercury is quite low position, 很难 soluble 的 So 加上它又是 carbonate. So insoluble. Am I right? Mercury correct. Mercury correct. Soluble or not? Come on, answer me. Mercury correct. Not soluble. It's a H or H stands for mercury. This H stands for mercury. Hg. The symbol of Hg, it is mercury. All right. Hg is mercury. Mercury. This is silver. This is mercury. Right. This is lead. Okay, last one. Calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate. So, calcium carbonate. You know what is calcium carbonate? You know what is calcium carbonate? You know what is calcium carbonate? Some of you said it's soluble, some of you said not soluble. You know what is calcium carbonate? In general, we call it as limestone, right? Batu kapur, right? Carbonate, right? So all the carbonate not soluble except the more active one. So I ask you for one more time, you think properly, right? Calcium carbonate soluble or not? Batu kapur, you throw into the water. Not soluble. Insoluble. Now you tell me, Cikgu, I do the what? It can become lime water, or you need to burn it, become calcium oxide first, right? Calcium oxide, then baru can soluble in water. Right. Is that okay? Calcium carbonate, it is a salt. Yes, it is a stone, right? Stone, right? Calcium carbonate, it is a salt. Now I guess you can memorize I think you can memorize just 3 only, right? Memorize these 3. PAH, right? Correct PAH, right? Sulfate, PBC, right? PAH, Pakatan Harapan. Election already. You know what is Pakatan Harapan? Pakatan bahasa Cina. No lah. I don't. You try to memorize. You try to find a way to memorize. Now, is that okay with you? Any question from here? All right. Before we continue, I guess no. I said. So we go to uses of salt. Right? What is the use of the salt? We said in daily life we normally use food preparation. Right? We prepare food. We need to campur. If not, I'm not 很淡哦，不好吃啊。So food preparation, you need some salt, right? What kind of food? All right. So for example, we use right? Flavoring, right? Ajinomoto or all these content of salt, right? Ajinomoto, 味精 and then the thing that you like the most one, right? Maggi sauce, flavoring, right? This. So example of this flavoring, right, is example, it is the most easiest one. Right? What kind of example of salt that you use for flavoring? Right? It is sodium chloride. Yen. This is the salt that we use every day, sodium chloride. Used for food preparation. So not only this, right? Not only flavoring, we can preserve, right? Preserve food. Right? We can preserve the food. Preserve the food means you can stay, can last for longer, right? For example, use NaCl. The most frequently see is salted fish. Your fish you cannot finish eating, all right? You tangkap banyak, you beli banyak, and then you don't have peti sejok, don't have refrigerator, so you apply some salt into the salted fish so that it can tahan longer, right? After 1 month, 2 months, 5 months, still can use, still can eat, right? Not only this, I give you some more, and then sodium. I use the name because this one hard to write. Benzoate. This is a salt again, right? Sodium benzoate. Benzoate, it is the sauce that you use, right? For example, sodium nitrate. We normally use in your burger. The meat that produce, right? Processed meat. We use sodium nitrate. Sodium nitrate, right? All these are for preservation. It can last for longer. Okay. Next one, we use in baking powder. Right, baking powder. What kind of the salt that we use? It is sodium hydrogen carbonate. Sodium hydrogen carbonate. Okay. Baking powder. All right. So this is one of the example of the food you use salt, right? So if we don't use food in the not only food, right, in other field like agriculture, For agriculture, we also use salt. So for example, nitrogen fertilizer, right? So nitrogen fertilizer, right? Fertilizer is baja is 肥料, right? So you use potassium nitrate. Why? Because potassium nitrate, nitrate is the roots, they got a lot of nodules, right? If you learn in biology, right, nodules, they will need nitrogen, right? They need nitrate. So nitrate then can help them to grow better. So not only this, potassium nitrate also can, and sodium nitrate also can, right? As long as you got nitrate, then can dissolve one, paling good, paling senang, right? Potassium, sodium nitrate, nitrogen fertilizer, and then not only this, we got pesticide, right? Pesticide, it is something to kill the insect that is 要偷吃你的艺术树want to the rat that want to steal your food, right? So then we can use copper 2 sulfate, or another one is iron 2 sulfate. Copper 2 sulfate or iron 2 sulfate is used in the pesticide, right? Sulfate is used in the pesticide, right? Nitrate, it is used in the fertilizer, right? Not only this, okay, this one, I guess it is enough already. Agriculture. Okay, so lastly, we go to last part, medicine. Right, to cure something, right? Medicine mean if your body is not feeling well, you need some salt, probably you need some salt. So example in medicine, it is stomach, reduce the okay, we can say gastric, right? Or we say reduce acid in stomach. Too much acid in the stomach. Reduce the acid in stomach. All right. How? So how? Right. What kind? This one I gave you before. If not, if you still remember, it is calcium. Aluminum also can. Right. Carbonate. Right. Calcium carbonate and for example calcium, many aluminum also can, right? Calcium hydrogen carbonate also can. Not in gastric only, right? For example, sniff sauce. Sniff salt. We call it as sniff salt. What is sniff salt? Sniff salt. It is used in fan. Fainted lah. When fainted, then you can take it. Ammonium carbonate, This is ammonium carbonate. If you fan, makan this one, right? Stiff salt ammonium carbonate. It is used in that one. All right. Last one. For example, you got plaster of Paris. What is plaster in Paris? It is the cement to support the broken bone, right? Your leg or your hand, you jatuh, and then you need to use something. What is that color? Color of this this cement? 他们每次刻画讲掉手啊，what kind of color is this? The plaster of Paris, the cement. Normally it is what color? You know? Calcium sulfate. I remember when I was in Form 5, I played basketball one time, and then I fall down. When I fall down, my hand cannot. And then I go to one Chinese traditional the seafood, right, to help me to cure, right? And then he don't use the plaster of Paris. 他用那个 wood and then 包草药 and then it put some glass some herbs into my hand and then and then after that I still feel pain, right? And then I go and see doctor. Doctor say 不能这样子包，如果这样子包以后我的手不能熬了。So you better to see the 要去看西医比较好，不要去看中医。不是啦，要会的中医啊。That time I don't know what. Right, painful. All right. Any question from here? Any question from here before we try to do some question? I see whether we can try to do some question or not. You have to memorize this one. When essay, then you have to write it. No choice, right? This part you have to memorize on. Okay. We try to see some question from yeah. This one. Where do we stop? No. Where do we stop? Let me see. Something we find. 6.6. 6.6. Prepare. Oh, okay, 6.6. 6.6. Preparation of this. Right. This one preparation or something too far already. Okay. Here. Last week you do until 6.6, we have finished this one already, 6.6, right? Do we do this one before? Standard solution. We do until here, right? Wait, I double check. Yeah, already. This one already. Neutralization. Okay. Until E. Yes, finish until E. So we do some question from neutralization. right? Okay. Page 106, huh? Page 106. Okay. All right. First of all, state the meaning of the end point in the neutralization with the phenolphthalein indicator. Do I do this one before last week? Yes, huh? No. I guess no. Yeah, no. Right. Set the meaning of the end point of the neutralization experiment with phenolphthalein indicator. Right. The meaning of the end point of neutralization. You know what is the meaning of the end point? All right. So now the end point mean, all right. So normally we do one experiment here. Let's say this is alkali. You titrate it with acid. So until the last point, the end point, this drop, then the whole thing change color, right? Because you have adding phenolphthalein, right? Right. So what is the meaning? The volume of acid needed to change the pink color of phenolphthalein. Solution into colorless. So the endpoint mean you change color. Oh, okay. This is the volume of acid that we need to change the color. Do you get what I mean here? The total of acid that you need to change the color of the acid or alkali. All right. Now draw the setup into the apparatus in the titration process. All right. This one. Here, you need a retort stain. I'm not drawing well, right? Here we got something. You do the titration before? Do you? This one, move it down a bit. Do you do the titration before? Inside. All right. This is what we have. Now, what is this? This is the conical flush. This is the acid solution. Acid solution, I add in a lot of deep here. This is the acid solution. You know what is this one called? This one is called burette. Burette. And then you got retort stand. Retort stand. If you want to label, you go label. Retort stand. This is what we have. All right. This titration, titration, probably you need some liquid at here. All right. This one you do the titration here. It is acid jumbo the alkali here. Alkali here, all right, you add in some phenolphthalein, or you use other indicator also can. Right. And then when you tum at the last point, then it will end point, I will call it end point of neutralization. So this pink color of the phenolphthalein will change to no color. Pink color change to no color mean it has changed from alkali to neutral. So that point, the last drop, it is called end point. The last drop of the, not last drop, the total that you add in until the last drop, it is called end point. The total, the volume that you need for the neutralization. Okay. If you forgot, all right, wait, this one is the one that I gave you last week. I hope you still remember. Wait, right, this color is okay, indicator, right, phenolphthalein, it is in alkali, it is pink, and then in neutral, it is colorless. Right? In acid, it is colorless. So you add in phenolphthalein, then it is pink color, right? Tup, still pink, still pink, the last drop, oh, no more pink, become colorless. Oh, mean it is neutral. If you tup more again, you add in more again, it is in acid already, but colorless. Right? So you cannot overshot. So you have to use a burette, drop one by one when it is near to colorless. Right, you change pink color to no color. All right, is that okay? All right, write the balance chemical equation for the following neutralization reaction. Hydrochloric acid and the potassium hydroxide, HCl. HCl, right? Hydrochloric and potassium hydroxide plus potassium is K, hydroxide is OH. Give me the answer. Give me the answer. Come on. Give me the answer. You will get salt and water, right? Acid and alkali must be salt and water. Okay. Okay. Cl plus H2O. Are you okay with here? I guess it's not that hard. Right. Sulfuric acid and sodium hydroxide. Sulfuric acid H2SO4. Sulfuric acid and sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide. Sodium is Na. Hydroxide OH. Help me to balance the equation. Help me balance the equation. Give me an answer. Give me an answer of this one. Give me an answer. Come on. Balance the equation. Write the equation and help me to balance it. Come on. 我觉得我用写的比较好。So you got Na and SO4. This one and this one. Na it is plus. SO4 is 2 minus. 2 minus you write to here Na2SO4 plus H and H2O. And you got something like that, right? So the answer here will be Na2SO4. 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 And H2O. Right? Now you need to balance it because of it is not balanced. Look at the Na. Look at the Na here. Na, I got 2. So here I need to have 2. How? So I need to have 2 at here. Right? I need to have 2 at here. I need to have 2 at here. 2 at here. Right? I tambah the 2 here. 2 Na. 2 Na. Okay. SO4. SO4. Okay. Right? 2 O. 2 O. And then 2H. 2H. And then here 2H. So you got 2 times 2. Right? 4H and then 2O. So H2O you need to have 2. Okay. Now I don't know how to add in here. So I need to have 2 at here. Right? Are you okay with here? So you got H2SO4 plus 2 NaOH become Na2SO4 plus 2 H2O. So the equation will be balanced. Are you okay with here? Any question? Now I want you to try C and D. Come on, C. Nitric acid and copper oxide, copper 2 oxide. Nitric acid. I use handwriting. This one. HNO3 plus copper oxide CuO. Then it becomes something else. So help me balance the equation. Write the equation and balance the equation. Give me an answer. Come on. Or I write the whole thing out. You tell me number enough. Right? I know it is kind of hard for you to write this. Right? HNO3 plus Cu2, CuO, and then it is H and O, H2O, and then Cu and NO3, CuNO3, CuNO3, NO3 minus is come to here, 2 plus is come to here, so you need a bracket of 2 here, plus H2O. You give me what is the number of here, right? Let's say 1, 2, 1, 1, like that it is 1, 1, 1, 1. This is 1, 2. This one is 1, 2, 1, 2. Two, 1, 1, 1. I try your answer, 2, right? So here, NO3, right? Okay, we start from Cu first. Cu is 1, Cu is 1. Okay, no problem, right? But NO3 got 2. NO3, I need to have 2, so I times 2 at here. Yeah, you are correct. H2, and then H2 here, H2 here, and then June. Everything just done. Nice. Nice answer. Okay. Ethanoic acid and sodium oxide. Ethanoic acid, ethanoic acid is 3H3COOH plus sodium oxide Na. Oxide is O. O is 2. This one is 1. So Na2O. Help me. Number. All right. So this one you need to have CH3COONA. This is negative. This is positive. So okay. No problem. Right. CH3COONA plus. You cannot write the Na at the front. Right. Na normally for every metal, normal metal, then you have to write at the front. But for ethanoic acid, so for carboxylic acid, this is called the carboxylic acid group. You need to write your Na at the back. I told you before. Plus H2O. Number. Not bad. Not bad. Right. So I start from here, got 2. So this one got 2 Na. So I need to have 2 at here. So 2 Na, solve already. Oxygen got 2. Oxygen got 1. Oxygen got 1. No problem already. Now CH3, because of here got 2. So this side must have 2. So I got 2 hydrogen here. 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. June. 2, 1, 2, 1. Yes, cantik. Nice. Okay. Any question from here? Okay. Any question from here? Am I too fast? Okay, I want to move on now. 哎呦，这个我有做了没有啊？好像有做呢。Did I do this one before the calculation? So many. Did I? Did I do the calculation? 这么多嘿。OGG. Okay, never mind, do that. Cannot be so lazy. Okay, here. Neutralization of the use in our daily life, right? Agriculture, right? To treat the acidic soil, right? Substance. The substance that we use. I asked you to read, right? So What is the use? What is the substance that you use to treat the acid soil? You need some alkali. What is alkali? Alkali. So you can have limestone, right? Limestone. Or limestone is the formula is C. Right. You ask me to type not so hard. CaCO3, right? Limestone, calcium carbonate, right? It is alkali. And then powder lime. Powder lime, right? Is calcium oxide, which is you burn it. CaCO3, you burn it just now, right? Become powder lime, which is you burn it, right? And then lastly, it is burnt wood, ash of the burnt wood. Right, this one also can treat the acidic soil because it is alkali, and that's why normally in June or July, forgot what month. That few months in Kalimantan, we got normally got a haze problem there because the orang asli there, they start to burn. My grandmother always told us this one is 辣子烧山. Why? Because they want to burn the wood so that it is to treat the acidic soil. So they burn the wood, they burn the jungle so that it is good for plantation. They can plant something else, right? So the acid is the soil is too acidic, so they can burn it to neutralize it. If you've got stone there, limestone, even better, right? You've got wood, also can. Right, compost. All right, compost, it is bacteria compost. Compost it is to treat the alkali soil. Alkali soil, not salt. Alkali soil. Right, this one you can use to treat the alkali soil compost. Right, compost of the bacteria. In industry, neutralization acidic gas, for example, sulfur dioxide released from the factory. So you need to, this is acid, so you need to use alkali. Alkali is lime, right? CaO, calcium oxide. Lime powder or lime, it is okay, right? Ammonia, it is prevent the coagulation of latex. I believe none of you tried this one before, but I guess ammonia you smell into the lab, right? I tell you, my grandfather, no, my mother's side grandfather, he is doing the Penorregata, right? The collect latex one. And when I was young, right, like not young, young, when I was like kid, we always go to my grandfather's house there, and then you will see so smelly, right? Ammonia, right? And we got they got a small machine to produce the rubber so you need to put that ammonia in, right, so that it to prevent the coagulation of latex, right? This is ammonia. Help. And antacid, N acid, right? It is aluminum hydroxide. And then magnesium hydroxide. This one is for your gastric one in your stomach. I gave you before. Aluminum also can, magnesium also can, many. As long as it is alkali, then okay. Right. It is to treat gastric. Right. We call it neutralize the acid in the stomach. Okay. If you don't know gastric, you write to neutralize the acid in the stomach also can. Neutralizing the alkali, what thing? So you need to use vinegar. 加一点醋醋 it is sugar, right? And then the neutralize the acidic bee sting or the ant bites. So you need to use the baking powder. And you can jump out a bit of baking powder, right? Ubat gigi, right? Ubat gigi, it is neutralize the acid produced by bacteria in the mouth. Every morning, you wash your teeth. I got watch one shot because I'm not good in this one. 我有看到一个 shot， 它是讲 every morning when you wake up, you drink water or you go to wash your teeth, which one should do first? Right? The answer is you need to wash your you need to drink water first, right? Drink a cup of water because the bacteria inside the mouth will help you to neutralize something. I forgot already. The got specific. It will help you to digest your food, right? Better. If you wash your teeth, the good bacteria also die already, right? From the shot that I see from YouTube. 所以你每天早上起来先喝一杯水。再去刷牙。Okay. This one is not mistaken, is the one that I asked you to do. Have you done it? Never mind. We do. Okay. Then I need to give you some homework. This one. Where? Preparation of salt, I haven't. Right. I tell you what is salt only. Sorbidity. Okay. Come back to here. In the titration experiment, 25 cm cube of 1 mole DM3 of sodium hydroxide, it is titrated by the sulfuric acid. Okay, titrate by the sulfuric acid. So 20.50 cm cube of the sulfuric acid needed to be neutralized to the sodium hydroxide solution completely. Right? Write the chemical equation. And then calculate the molarity of the sulfuric acid. How to do it? Right? Write the equation first. Sodium hydroxide and sulfuric acid. Sodium hydroxide, NaOH plus, I give some space so that I can put in the number, right? And then sulfuric acid, H2SO4. Okay, and then what do you have? Balance the equation. Na and SO4. Na2SO4 plus H2O. Is this balanced? Number. Help me to balance it. Help me to balance it. Number. 1 ka, 1 2 2 2 ka, 1 3 3 3 ka, 3 1 1 1 ka, 1 1 3 1 ka, whatever. Help me. I help you to write down the equation. You help me to balance it. Oh, yeah. 我以为我没有录，还吓死我。number, come on. Here 2, 2. Right. SO4 got 1, SO4 got 1, H2 got 1, H2 got 1, and then here still got H2, and then 2O. So I need to have 2 H2O. 2, 1, 1, 2. Calculate the molarity. Help me. Last week I learned it. I use A lah. Okay. MA. I call this one as A, this one is B. All right. So MA, molarity of A is sodium hydroxide. So sodium hydroxide is 1 and 25, right? In 25 of 1 mole of sodium hydroxide is titrated with the sulfuric acid 20.5, right? With this one, right? So find the molarity of acid. So 25 times 1, 25 times 0.00. You follow what they have, right? 1. Sorry, about it. Molarity. Wait. Should I do it? 我想要坐上去，这里不够位置。Whatever lah. I do it here. Huh? Molarity is 1.0 times 25.00 over the number, it is 2. It is equals to, right? 25.50, 20.50. Molarity, I don't know yet. Molarity of the acid, I don't know. They want me to find the molarity of acid, right? M2, I don't know, but this one, it is 20.50. Okay, over this number, it is 1. Here it is 1. So M2 gonna be molarity gonna be 1乘25乘除2.5 You got 0.61. 0.61 more dm minus 3. Are you okay with here? We do number 2. I want you to try number 2 and give me your answer. This one not that hard. First of all, you write the equation first. First of all, you acid, sulfuric acid and potassium hydroxide. sulfuric acid and potassium hydroxide, you actually no need to draw, no need to write the equation. The equation is at here already. All right. So you straight away go for the formula. Right. I help you. You do MaVa over A is equal to MbVb over B. Help me. Give me your answer. Give me an answer. Equation up there already. Answer, come on. Hey, answer. I'm waiting for the answer. What's the answer? I'm waiting. Huh? Hello? This part don't understand, huh? Need me to reteach this part? 因为这个 part 也是很重要. This part is very, very important. Because the calculation surely got ask you how to calculate this one how many more, that one how many more, right? The equation it can come out in structural or essay. Hello? You know how to do? I give you the formula, I give you everything already. Come on. Right. Let's say I use this formula. Right. If you don't know. Right. Good. 云哈对呀。阴呀不是云哈。阴呀 correct. Other? This should be easy 吧？很容易嘞，哪里有难？ Molarity of alkali. All right, we go and calculate the volume of 1.25 sulfuric acid. I don't want first with 25 of 1 mole of potassium hydroxide. This is 25 and then 1 mole of potassium hydroxide. So molarity is 1.0, 1.0, and then your volume is 25.0. Okay. Over the number here it is 2. Over the number is 2 is equals to molarity of B of acid molarity is 1.25. Volume I don't know. Acid divide by the number here is 1. We time it up 25 divide by 2 divide by 1.25. So you get 10, right? Volume you get it is 10 cm cube. That's all. Okay. Number 3 and 4. Number 3 and number 4. The reaction between the phosphoric acid sodium hydroxide is given as this formula at here, right? If this thing happen, right? Help me to calculate number 3. Help me to do number 3. Same formula. I write it to here. Okay. Give me answer. Zero point 0.1, huh? All right, we try, huh? All right. This is 1, this is 3, right? So 1, I use acid, acid is M, I don't know. MA, I don't know. VA, 5, 5.0. Number here, it is 1. Acid, Now I use alkali, M times V, 0.1 times 15. 15.0, follow, the 0.0, then you have to follow 0.0, over 3. Time out. 0.5 times 15 divided by 3 divided by 5. So get 0.5. Is it? What's wrong? My answer is 0.5, not 0.1. Oh, what's wrong? I see wrong. Molarity is 0.1. I write 0.5. 0.1 divided by 5. Yeah, 0.1. Yes, you're right. More dm minus 3. Okay, number 4. Try number 4. I help you, you try, Magnesium hydroxide solid added to the 50 cm cube of 1.5 mole of nitric acid. Magnesium solid is added to this one. All right. This one you cannot use the formula already. All right. So mixture is still until there is no change observed. Right. Calculate the magnesium hydroxide needed to react completely with the nitric acid. So first of all, you need to write the formula. Magnesium hydroxide, MgOH plus nitric acid HNO3. All right, balance the equation first. MgNO3. MgNO3. NO3 is negative. Mg is 2. So you need to write here 2. Right? And then no need to say acid and alkali, you produce water. Right? So now I need to balance the equation. Balance the equation. This is NO3 got 2. So I need to write here 2. Right? And then Mg got 1, Mg got 1. Now I calculate the H here, 1 O 1H. Here, 2H. 2H. All got 3H here. 3H here. Right? So Enough or not? Not balance. Oh, magnesium E2. This is 1. Yeah. Sorry. That's why magnesium it is 2, right? OH is 1. Okay. Now 2H, 2O, 2H, 2O. Okay. All together we got 2O and then 4H. 2O, I need 2O and then 4H. June. Like that, June. All right, my mistake. All right. So you got this one already. Now, what I want is, now this one is number of mole, right? Number of mole. So number of, I don't want to use a formula to do, because this one normally we cannot use a formula, right? So number of mole of nitric acid HNO3. Help me. It is equal to MB over 1000. MB over 1000 is M 1.5 V 50. 1.5 times 50 over 1000. 1.5 times 50 divided 1000. 0.075 more. Right? I told you, when you do this kind of question in Form 5, you need to write in the exam. From equation, you need to write this one, right? One more of MgNO3, need 2 more of HNO3. All right, 2 more of HNO3 need 1 more of MgNO3 also can. So now I got this one 0.075 more of HNO3 need how many more of MgNO3? Answer me. How many more? So divided by 2, right? Because this one 1, this one 2, right? So if this one 0.075, so this one must be half of it less, right? So 0.0575 times 2, right? Number of need 0.075 divided by 2, right? More of MgNO3. So number of mole of MgNO3 is equals to mass over molar mass, right? RMM, relative atomic mass. Number of mole is 0.075 divided by 2 is equals to the mass. Mass I don't know. Molar mass. MgNO3. Mg is 24. NO3, and then I need to time 2. And it is NO3. MgNO3. And it is 14. They don't give, right? Short of 114. Oh, no. They want not MgNO3, MgOH. Yeah. Number of more of MgOH, not NO3. This is Mg. Need MgOH. need MgOH. Mg, this is not MgNO3. I mean, sorry, this one should be MgOH. That's why they don't give N. Right? Mean MgOH here. So 24 plus this is MgOH. MgOH. MgOH is Mg 24. OH. O is 16, H is 1. 16 plus 1 times 2. 17 times 2, 34 plus 24. Right? So finally the mass will be equivalent to, right? I press it down, 58 times 0.075 divided by 2. I'll get 2.175 gram. 2.175 gram. I will explain to you if you don't understand. One more of this one. One more MgNO OH2 need 2 more of this one to produce 1 more of this one and 2 more of this one, right? So now I calculate this one and this one, right? So first of all, the information that I have is here. I can calculate the number of more of this one. When this one 2 more, then this one 1 more. But this one, the number of molarity is 0.075. 0.075, so this one must be half of it. So half of the 0.075, it is MgOH2. Right, from the equation. So now this one number of more MgOH2 is, because of it is solid, so I need to mass over Rm, the relative atomic mass or relative molecular mass. Relative molecular mass is Mg is 24, right? OH times 2, or it is 16, H is 1 times 2. So what I do is next is I time this whole thing. This whole thing, I press it, it is 58. I time it upward. So this one time it upward is 58 times 0.075 divided by 2. I'll get 2.175 grams. Now question. I give you some little homework. You help me to find this answer, right? So next week when we discuss, it is easier. Number one, number 2, 3, no need. 3. 3, if you can do it, do it. Number 3, right? Page 110, question number 14, 1, 2, and then page 111, number 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You need to differentiate which one is soluble and not soluble. Not very hard. All right. Is that okay? So next week we are going to see how to prepare the salt. Any question here before I end the class? Any question? No question, huh? Right. If no question, then I'm going to stop here. Thank you for the lesson. I'll see you next week.